Oh my. It is animated too. Today is a good day to die. You look good. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, another world, another story. Porcelain heart. I have no idea what this is about, but one particular person called D told me that I have to give this at least one episode. I don't know how long it is, but it should be decently long. So we will probably not do it to the end unless you guys really love it. But it should be Yuri. Yeah, 2 Yuri videos in the row. Hey, I don't know. Ask T why she picks these, not me. Let's go straight into it. Prologue. Okay. My hands clutch the grass. Every morning, dew slides between my fingers as I crawl against the dirt, my vision swimming. Birds wheel far ahead, overhead, calling in the morning sun as my leg burns in agony. You're moaning in my ear! LOL. I can feel blood, thick warm blood dripping down my legs. I try to pull myself up, and my head almost splits in two. Gritting my teeth, I look down at my leg. The scythe almost makes me faint on the spot. The arrow shaft sticks out of my thigh, blood pouring from the wound, which has already started to fester. The skin around it is turning grey. I collapse backwards, stare up at the bright blue sky, my head swirling with half-formed thoughts and painful memories. Hazel. Hazel Butler. I love the music. Oh my. It is animated too? Yes, sir. I've been polishing the silverware in the dining room. It was almost evening and my duty was to make sure that every last piece shone with the beauty that refined the Duke of March. I had seen him many times, staring at his own face, in the reflection of his own spoon, tweaking his mustache or his hair. Make sure you finish early today. The, master wants to see you tonight. Yes, sir. I continued to polish, almost oblivious to the world, when I overheard someone gossip between 2 of the other maids. Did you hear? There's a witch living nearby in the woods. A witch? Really? It's true. Last I went around the village, they were all talking about her. Seems she's been up to some nasty business recently. Well, I never... A witch in our neck of woods. Huh? They say that she gives you 3 impossible tasks, and if you fail even one, she curses you to live forever as a toad. But if you succeed... Well, this is only a rumor, mind you, but they say she can grant you any wish your heart desires. I suppose that's how this all started. I cough, and my whole body shudders. In the distance I can hear baying of hounds. Then a rustling nearby, and a familiar silhouette appears in view. The man leans over me, flanked by 2 guards wielding crossbows. Duke! Hazel, dear, what did I tell you? You'll never get away from me. I ignore him, trying to look past his head, and at the bright blue sky I can see sparrows perched on the branches overhead, chirping relentlessly. Now if you just agree to come back quietly, I won't have to kill you. I can call a doctor back at the castle. You might never walk again, but you'll live. What do you say? Damn you. The words are too much of an exertion, and I start to cough and sputter, my whole body shuddering in pain. Now there is no way to treat your master, is it? I see nothing. I can almost feel my skin melting away, melting with the dirt, my bones sinking beneath it. Today is a good day to die. Yeah, it is. You leave me no choros. Reginald. One of the guards perks up, excitement clear of his face. On his face, young, fresh-faced, decently muscled. I had fascinated him once. Fascinated? Face-shade him. I don't know what the fuck this means. When I first arrived at the castle, now that feels like a lifetime ago. Yes, sir. Make a clear shot through the neck, alright? I don't want her to suffer too much. She did give a good service after all. To the neck? Bro, that's not a clear kill. She's gonna choke on her own blood until she dies. That's like decently painful. A branch snaps somewhere in the distance and he suddenly turns around. Halt, who goes there? Sir, I'd ask you the same. These are my woods. Sir, I do apologize if we have intruded on your land. As you can see, I was hunting an escaped servant with my men. Now that we've caught her, we'll be on our way. An escaped servant, not a prisoner. What right do you have to take her life? Sir, not now, boy. As to you, who exactly do you think you are? This may be your land, but I am Duke of this province. Why should I have to... Sir! What? That's the witch. I can faintly hear her screams and running, but I pay it little mind. My vision starts to go blur and my ears starts to ring as the world fades around me. I wonder idly if I will be reborn as a sparrow. Perhaps a worm would be more befitting of my station. Whatever. Then a silhouette, an unfamiliar one, leans down before me. You look good. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, you poor thing. The last thing I hear as the world fades away is her voice. Don't worry, you're safe now. I won't let anyone hurt you again. Yo, she looks good. Day 1. The warm light of the morning sun plays across my face, filtered through dozens of layers of dust and cobwebs. I sit up and blink a few times, making sure that I'm still alive. Then the pain in my legs flares up, and my thoughts scatter. Good morning. The woman who saved me yesterday is sitting by the bed, her hands stippled. She looks like she's been sitting there for a long time. Good morning. Good morning. I croak out the words, my throat as dry as desert. Oh, don't overexert yourself here. She picks up a clay bowl filled to the brim with pure clear water and hands it to me. I gulp it down greedily, letting the water spill from the corners of my mouth down to my cheeks. I was starting to worry you might never wake up. I lean forward to return the bowl, but as I shift my wounded leg, it erupts in a red-hot pain. In what feels like slow motion, I watch as my bowl tumbles from my hands and crashes against the floor, where it shatters into 1,000 pieces. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. My words trail off. The woman had barely reacted to the noise. She hasn't even flinched. It's alright, I have more bowls. More importantly, how's your leg doing? I shift aside, the flex sheet beneath it. My legs has been wrapped in several layers of bandages, stained slightly red by my blood. The sight is enough to make me feel queasy. The woman chuckles, her voice clear as crystal. I suppose it can't be that bad then. I did my best to clear the wound, but it'll take some time to heal. You should spend as much time as possible in bed for the next few days. Where am I? In my guest bedroom, don't worry. I don't have any use for it, as you can probably tell by the clutter. Feel free to stay as long as you need. Thank you, My mouth moves, but the words refuse to form. My head feels like it's stuffed with cotton, though thoughts drift away from me. Oh, you're probably still very tired. I'll let you rest. Wait. We can talk more at noon, if you're awake then. She stands up and leaves, and I try to sit up, but my body feels as heavy as marble. With one hand, I clutch at her dress and force my lips to move. What happened yesterday? Oh, you mean what I did to scare those men away? She smiles at me, but there is something deeply sad in her eyes. I threatened to curse them. That is all I did. Apparently my reputation precedes me. Yo. Hey, she looks good. I wish she would curse me in a different way. Yo. Can you curse someone? Don't be silly, dear. Curses aren't real. Now, you should get some sleep. I think she is lying right here. I think she knows how to curse someone. She deftly extracts herself from my grip and leaves the room as I sink back into the bed. I like her. A stupor descends over me until the whole world is cloaked in fog. Sleep comes not long after. When I do eventually awake, the sun is high in the sky overhead and my stomach is growling. Miss. A few seconds after I call out, I hear her bustling through the house towards me. I prop myself up by one arm as she enters the room. What is it, dear? You said that when I woke up, Oh, you must be terribly hungry. I'll go get and set the table. She leaves, then returns a few minutes later, carrying with her a chair. She sits down by my bedside, then gestures to it. Go on, get on it. I'll take you to the table. Sure. It'll take some effort and some pain, but I manage to pull myself out of the bed and onto the chair. Then the woman reaches one arm around the back of the chair and one arm beneath it. With a grunt of extortion, she picks up the chair, fully up off the ground, and me along with it. She carries me along, barely even showing her stride. I am reminded of some of my earnless memories. I almost feel like a little girl again, being carried along by my mother. The experience is a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time somewhat reassuring. Uncomfortable? Why? I'd find it comforting. Eventually, she sits me down at the table. She takes her seat across from me. Dig in. Thank you. A simple meal has been set out on the table, a loaf of bread, a chunk of cheese, and a pincher of milk. Do you have a name? Hazel. I take a few bites of the cheese, savoring its sharp tang. It's lovely to meet you, Hazel. I'm Mary. Ooh, I don't know why, but I really like the name Mary. I have like never met a woman named like that. Right? In real life, or like back in my own world. But damn. If I may, please go ahead. You don't have to watch your words around me. Why did you ask if I had a name? I've treated a few girls in situations like yours before. Not all of them were given the luxury. She settles back in her chair and I swear I heard a faint click. That Duke, if I could curse people, he would be the first one on the list. Whoa, that was a sharp sound. I feel myself seize up for a moment and the knife falls from my grip, clattering against the table. I'm sorry. I snatch the knife and return to my meal, eating carefully to make as little noise as possible. Mary watches me for a while, then lets out a tired sigh. You don't have anything to apologize for, girl. It haunts my heart to see you scared. Well, even if you say that, I would still rather... Mary reaches out across the table and places her hand on mine. I recall from her touch at the first, but she doesn't take it any further. Her skin feels smooth and cool to the touch, like a glass or ceramic, only softer. I give you permission to be loud, to be rude, to be obstructive. You don't have to be scared of being yourself around me, okay? Thank you. Good. I do, however, have a few requests that I need to ask you to follow during your time here. I unconsciously brace myself. Please, never enter my workroom while I'm working. I spend a lot of time working with dangerous substances and sharp tools. Small distractions from you could mean serious injury for me, okay? I nod. Well, I always lock the door, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But even if the door is unlocked, make sure to call out first, okay? Yes, miss. Please, you don't have to call me miss. I'm not that old. How old are you? Hey, to be completely honest, if she looks like this, I don't give a shit how old you are, okay? You look really good. You look extremely good. Holy fuck. Sorry. It's alright. Now, as to the other request. Her hand moves again, and our fingers interlink, claps together. You're free to leave whenever you wish, of course. But please, don't do so without telling me first. I would be so worried that something had happened to you. Of course. Mary pulls her hand from mine and claps her hands together. Great. I love your boy. I mean, smile. Great. Isn't it nice to have it all sorted out? Silence settles between us for a while as I return to my meal. Mary watches on happily. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned your work. What sort of work is it? Oh, it's nothing impressive. I make medicines, remedies, poultries, that sort of thing. I usually go down to the village once a week to trade them for food and supplies. That cheese you're eating now was a gift from an old man, Jenkins. Leon Jenkins. Okay. For curing his son's fever. And that village, how far away is it exactly? Mary smiles at me again, but it seems to hollower this time. If you're worried about someone finding you here, don't be. I haven't had a single visitor in 10 years. Wow. How old are you actually? You say you're not that old, but like, what does that mean in your terms? Also, half of your face is scarred. Why? I'm sorry, but you just don't know the Duke like I do. If he wants to find me, there will be nothing will stop him. Not even the gates of hell. Mary rests one of my hands on my shoulders and stares directly into my eyes. If he does come here, I'll deal with him myself. After all, you saw how scared of me his men were. They wouldn't dare come anywhere near this house, even if they knew you were here. I suppose. Still not entirely convinced, I continue eating in silence until I hear the noise coming from underneath the table. I crane my neck to peer at the door and see a furry black silhouette brush past my legs, purring softly. You have a cat? Oh no, I don't have. Helena. She just likes my house. She's a proper wild cat. Mary reaches under the table and I hear a happy purr. See? I chuckle and continue eating until I finished my meal. A few times I wonder why Mary hasn't eaten a single bite, and the whole time she's been sitting with me. The question seems too rude to ask out loud. Why? I'd ask. I really like these two. Once I'm done here, Mary stands up, her dress billowing around her rigid form. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda miss, or like I've never seen a woman dressed like this. But why don't women dress like this? It would be probably extremely hot to be in the first place. But like, I'm not gonna lie. Damn! I really like these dresses. Fuck me. Literally, fuck me in that dress. So how's the meal? It was good, it was incredible. It was incredible. I've never had such a wonderful meal before. You're blushing. Yeah. Okay, now I need to calm down. Mary looks away bashfully. She's blushing. You don't have to pretend for my sake, you know. I meant it. Oh, you having some YURI? Unfortunately, I do have an appointment I need to attend for today. It'll only be a few hours though, so don't worry. Do you want me to move you back to your bedroom? Oh no, I'm alright here. Alright, your leg should be mostly healed by now, but don't overdo it, okay? Mary pushes through the house for a while, gathering up items into satchel. Then she steps out of the door, and I am completely alone. For some time, I sit at the table, enjoying the feeling of the sun on my face, taking occasional sips of the leftover milk. Eventually, though, I grew tired of waiting for something to happen, and ease myself slowly onto my feet. I have to lean on furniture to keep myself steady, but I am able to move on my own. The house only has a few rooms, but main room, a small kitchen, and a bedroom, and a small bedroom, and another bedroom, presumably Mary's. I resist the urge to collapse onto her plush double bed. I would. At the back of the main room is a thick wooden door, cut from gnarled wood of an aged tree. How old is she? It's an imposing sight. I push the door open and step into the room, curiosity overtaking me. Surrounding by many fascinating sights, how could I resist? Whoa, the kitty cat! Oh, here, kitty kitty. Helena looks down at me with a distinct dispassion. She yawns, closes her eyes, and returns to dozing off. Oh, the kitty cat. Mary did say a lot of substances she worked with were dangerous, so I probably shouldn't go any closer. They're such wonderful colors, though. I'm not gonna touch it. The bizarre creature floating in the satellite solution, twitching occasionally. I make sure to stay far away from that thing. Looks like it could be carrying any number of hideous diseases. Oh! The inside is empty except for one single lone book. It's covered delicately with embroidered. I flip through it quickly, and I'm shocked to find intricately detailed illustrations of all kinds of plants and flowers. Did Mary draw all these? How long did it take? How long must she have studied? Something about it draws me in, and I find myself unable to resist. I take a small book in my pocket. Huh? Leaning against the table is a rolled up canvas covered in several layers of dust. I pulled it out and unfurl it. It reveals a painting, worn and cracked with age. Wow. Was that Mary? If so, she looks beautiful. Holy shit. The painting is a portrait of a young woman sitting in a field of dandelions. A flower crown woven around her head. Between the bright sun, the intricate detail in the flowers, the joyful expression on the woman's face, it's obvious that this was painted with love, that bordered on reverence. It's beautiful. I hear noise behind me and I spin around. Is it bad that she caught me? Enjoying yourself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I stamped out an apology, but she brushes it aside with a loose wave of her hand. No, it's fine. I just wasn't expecting you to be so interested in alchemical arts. Tell you what, why don't I show you around properly sometime? This music is really good. Well, I don't want to be a bother. No, I'd be happy to do it. But for now, I'd like to get some work done, if it's alright. Many strides across from the room towards me. It's only now that I really notice how tall she is. I'm sorry, I should have asked for permission first. Please don't be, I don't mind. Now, you don't need any help getting back to your room? No, I can manage on my own. That's wonderful. I give her a hurried nod and pace out of the room. I move as carefully as I can to make sure she doesn't see the small grey book I have held by my side. For some reason, I just couldn't bring myself to let go of it. Am I gonna become a witch? That night. Okay. The small grey book I took from Mary's cupboard, it turns out to be far more engrossed than I had expected. I stay up reading through it until the sky outside starts getting dark. According to the signature on the first page, this book is a collection of Mary's own notes. A lot of it completely indescribable to me, notes written in the shorthand or in a code, elaborate recipes with no mention as to what they create. All the same, I found myself eagerly flickering through detailed diagrams of flowers and descriptions of strange, fascinating ingredients. Several of the pages are written in a diary format, and one of the sections catches my attention in the particular beginning, about halfway through the notebook. As Marquise Alera once wrote, despite the seemingly endless advances of alchemical principles, a strong heart invariably trumps the best practices. Is it something I have observed several times during my work as a doctor? Patients who strongly wish to recover and have a clear picture of what recovery will look like for them will often recover twice as fast as those who don't. I have seen people slip from this mortal coil with no cause other than emotional fatigue. The heart has power over the body's shell. All potions and rituals that I have discovered have a specific targeted effect, usually based on the properties of the ingredients. What if I were to develop a concoction that could properly harness the potential of mind's power over the body? That could allow someone to reshape their form as they wished. It would be akin to discovery of an organic philosopher's stone. It sounds absurd, I know, but it stands to precipice of century of discovery in the alchemical arts. The sages in their gleaming towers, I have made their voice clear. Biochemical alchemy is the realm of madmen. The practice is meant for transplantation and industry, nothing more. But they have no eyes on the ground. What they don't know won't hurt them. I turn the page and see what looks like a recipe, a dozen ingredients measuring to exact amounts. Beneath them all three words are written in calm, forceful handwriting. Result nausea failure. I turn page again and find another recipe, even longer, and another result. Reddening of eyes failure. I flip through the notebook, past dozens of recipes, each more complicated than the last. Heartburn failure. Temporary paralysis failure. Mental degradation failure. Loss of eyesight failure. Loss of motor control failure. As I continue, the recipes starts to get shorter again, less precise, the handwriting shakier. Entire pages have been dedicated to elaborate rents, or covered in ink, or ripped out of the notebook. Eventually I find the last recipe. All following the procedure must be done during the night of a half moon or the day directly following it. Use a mortar and a pestle to mix together a paste of hemlock, arum lily, St. John's wort, and lavender. The exact quantity doesn't matter, but the proportions should be roughly even. Apply the paste evenly to the surface of bezoar. Allow the bezoar to soak for a few minutes in a bowl of warm water, then remove it. A small amount of sediment should have formed at the bottom of the bowl. This is your mixture, ready for consumption. Result success. I close the book, my heart pounding. Could it really work? A potion that lets you change your body to whatever your heart desires? Could it change my face? Would it be permanent? For a while, my mind runs wild with the possibilities. I could change my face and my name. I could move to another country, to the other side of the world. I could escape from the Duke and even from Mary. She hasn't done anything to hurt me yet, but I know deep down that it's only a matter of time. Even my parents abandoned me, she won't be any different. I don't know, I like her. I'm not gonna lie, I really like her. I just keep a, second mind. My thoughts are interrupted by a sound like a crash coming from the other room. Gingerly, I ease myself onto the wounded leg and pace over to the door and crack and peer through. Mary, are you alright? The room is dark, the only illumination coming from the single log burning away in the fireplace. I can see Mary's silhouette huddled at the very edge of the darkness, completely still. Mary? It's alright, dear. You should go back to bed. Her voice sounds dry and raspy. I take a step forward. Are you sure? I thought I heard a crash. Please, don't worry about me. She moves backward slightly, dragging herself along the floor, further into the shadows. My eyes are starting to adjust to the darkness, and I can almost make out her face. I actually had something I wanted to ask you. It was... Whoa. Get out of here. I jolt backwards. I'm sorry, dear. I've had a very tiring day. Can we talk about it in the morning? I nod frowningly and hurry back to my bedroom, closing the door behind me as firmly as I can. To be honest, I think she is completely justified in everything she did. Like, she did tell you calmly numerous amounts of times to just fuck off, and you still didn't. That's your fault. Mary is not evil, yeah. That night I don't get much sleep. I can't stop thinking about what I saw in the darkness. Mary's face hasn't moved an inch. She doesn't even look like she was breathing. Her pale skin, pale as marble, covered in hairline cracks. Her lips were painted cherry red, smooth as stone, and her eyes were empty, gaping holes. Wood. Day 2. Okay. So this is chapter 2. Yeah, this is chapter 2. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I think Mary will be fine. I think she's not human though. I think she's not human, and I think she is gonna be a witch, or like maybe a mannequin that just came to life, or an undead. Maybe. I'm not sure. She could be a vampire. Okay, I don't know. I'm just guessing at this stage. I really like this game. I mean, this world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. If you like this, tell me in the comments, and we're gonna do another video. If you didn't, tell me in the comments, and we're gonna just skip to another world, another story. As always, I personally really love the art style, and the music and sounds are really good. Like, the person that made this must have really cared, because holy moly, the quality is over the top. It is free on itch.io if you wish to visit this world and try it. It is decently long, so I very, very heavily recommend all of you go and give it a try. It is awesome. Okay, there'll be a door in the video. Find her for slapping you as always, and hey, Mary is hot as fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night for now.